I'd like to ask everyone to remain standing for the national anthem. And at this time, I'd like to ask Zoe Hummuth, student of Asnuntuck Community College, to join us to sing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
At this time, please be seated. I'd like to introduce our platform party. To my right, Donald Boyd, professor and faculty marshal. Joe Bleicher, director of human resources. Rick Giambetti, distinguished guest and speaker. Karen Jarmock, Asnuntuck Community College Foundation. Naomi Cohen, member of the Board of Regents. Katie Kelly, Dean of Students. Michael Stefanowitz, Dean of Academic Affairs. Frank Gallouni, Director of Advanced Manufacturing Technology Center. Eileen Peltier, Dean of Workforce Development and Continuing Education. Welcome, friends, faculty, staff, and guests, and congratulations to all of our graduates. Let's hear it. Commencement is a monumental milestone in one's life. It is the cultivation of dreams, aspirations, and ambitions. It takes discipline, diligence, and determination to get to this point. And tonight, you are all here to be recognized for this huge accomplishment and personal achievement. At Commencement, we honor students in both the academic programs and the workforce development certifications. At Asnuntuck, we pride ourselves on meeting the needs of our students, regardless of their stage of life or career. Tonight, all of Asnuntuck's faculty and staff celebrate this day and acknowledge all of you, our 2015 graduates. We are proud of all of you. Our model at Asnuntuck continues to be strong. We have witnessed great success in helping students who want to begin here and transfer to a four-year institution or enter the workforce immediately. I am sure I'm not alone in realizing that your success is in part the result of guidance from faculty, staff, and peers at Asnuntuck, and just as importantly, the support of family and friends. All of these people have played a role in offering encouragement, serving as mentors, or providing knowledge and skills. Graduates, let's take one moment this evening and give a round of applause for your support system here tonight. As a student graduating this evening, you are fortunate to be located in the middle of the New England Knowledge Corridor. You are amongst dozens of educational institutions and thousands of businesses providing limitless opportunities for you. I urge you to take advantage of the opportunities to further your education or to strengthen the workforce of Connecticut. We have given you the knowledge and skills necessary for your next venture. It is up to you to utilize them to the best of your ability and live up to your full potential. In the past, we have hosted this milestone event on our campus. I am proud to say we have grown and expanded our graduating class, requiring us to move to this beautiful historic venue that was built in the early 1900s. Our academic programs are flourishing. We are providing tomorrow's educators, social workers, law enforcement officials, accountants, entrepreneurs, skilled technicians and practitioners, among many others. And we continue to enrich our academic training ground to meet our students' ever-changing needs. We are very committed to delivering high-quality workforce development trainings as well. Within a short time, our students get a quality education and, as I hope some of you will see, are often immediately employed. To add even more value, many of our workforce certificate graduates this evening can be awarded college through our sister school, Charter Oak State College. These are exciting times for our institution. In late summer, we will break ground to construct a new face on the front of Asnuntuck. The new and modern appearance of Asnuntuck will stand tall from the main road. The new entrance will be a student-centered showcase with floating glass spaces housing the Student Senate, the Student Phi Theta Kappa chapter, the Freshwater Poetry Office, and a shared student conference room. This area will also house the new bookstore, student lounge, cyber cafe, and a conference center. This entire space will have areas for students to study and engage with their peers, giving them opportunities to build a solid support network. Additionally, a new 27,000 square foot advanced manufacturing technology building will be built on the back 35 acres of our campus. This growth will allow us to go from 250 students in advanced manufacturing technologies to more than 600 students daily. Our efforts to support our students and deliver a caring, quality education is evident by all of you. Tonight, you become Asnuntuck Community College alumni. I am hopeful you will continue to be an active and engaged member of our student-centered community of success in your new role. We need you to be ambassadors for ACC. I hope to see many of your faces on campus and at our future events. Before you leave today, you will receive an alumni mug with one simple message: stay connected. Stay connected to your friends, faculty, and the staff who have supported you. Get connected to ACC students and be mentors and role models. Our graduates remain an essential part of the Asnuntuck family. I want to end by acknowledging that tonight each of you have completed something you set out to do, and you are to be commended for it. Your degrees and certificates are yours for life. No one can ever take away what you've achieved at Asnuntuck Community College. Display your accomplishments proudly on your resumes and in your portfolios. More importantly, continue to have dreams, aspirations, and ambitions wherever your life path leads. Graduating class of 2015, we are proud of you and look forward to watching how you will flourish and contribute to our community, our region, our state, and our nation. The great Nelson Mandela said, "Education is the most powerful weapon we can use to change the world." I believe we have armed and prepared you for the next step. So go out there, use your skills and your knowledge, and take the world on and make a difference. Congratulations, class of 2015. Next, it is my privilege to introduce Regent Naomi Cohen, member of the Connecticut Board of Regents for Higher Education, who brings greeting from our board. Naomi Cohen.
Thank you. President Lumbella, distinguished platform party, faculty and staff, family and friends of Asnuntuck Community College, and most importantly, members of the class of 2015, Connecticut's Board of Regents for Higher Education joins with you today to celebrate, to reflect, and to look forward. At this intersection of time and place, you join almost 14,000 other men and women throughout Connecticut who this year are graduating from the Connecticut State College and University system. 14,000 is a big number, but so is number one. Each of you who graduates tonight is number one. And number one is a big deal. So the Board of Regents not only offers you its greetings, but also its admiration, because you invested in yourself and your studies to reach tonight's commencement. Together we celebrate the promise the state of Connecticut made to you to share its educational resources and to support your success. We celebrate the promise the faculty, the administration, and the community made to you to assist in your education for today, for next month, and for years to come. In this place, we celebrate with you and your family because you have arrived at this day by the force of determination, hard work, sacrifices, risk-taking, and balancing acts. At this time, we reflect with you on the reasons that brought you to the campus. For some of you directly from high school, for others from the military or work world, and for still others after years away from formal education pursuits. In this place and at this time, we look forward with you to a future brightened by new knowledge, heightened skills, and the rich experiences you have gained from your studies, your classmates, and your teachers. Asnuntuck Community College is a shining star in Connecticut's firmament of colleges and universities. Your accomplishments are a superb testimony to Asnuntuck's mission as a learning-centered community rooted in opportunity, excellence, and relevance. The dictionary tells us that the word commencement has two meanings. Commencement means a ceremony in which degrees or diplomas are conferred on graduating students. Commencement also means a beginning or start. As you receive degrees and certificates tonight, the Board of Regents salutes you. And as you commence the new beginnings in your life that start today, the path ahead will have new choices, challenges, setbacks, and successes. We wish you a future poor in misfortune and rich in personal and professional fulfillment. Congratulations.
Next, I would like to introduce Karen Jarmock, Chair of Asnuntuck Community College Foundation.
Well, good evening. On behalf of the board of the Asnuntuck Community College Foundation, I just want to offer my congratulations to you, the graduates. My sense is, looking out on this wonderful crowd of family and friends, is that for many of you, this has been a journey. You've probably worked and gone to school and have been possibly raising a family all at the same time. So I'd like to congratulate you, and I would also like to congratulate all of these incredible people here, because I'm sure that it was a full court press and everyone involved in this process. So congratulations. In regard to the foundation, I chair the board of the foundation, and for those of you who aren't aware, We're a board of community members, and we raise money for you, quite honestly. We raise money for scholarships, almost $200,000 at this point in scholarships that have been provided to students to help afford you have an education. We also support important projects at the college, such as the Academic Support Center or the Mac Lab. We try to make things better. We want everyone to have that access to an incredible education and to have that opportunity. And so what I would say to all of you to please consider, now that you have all this free time, that you're done with your associate's degree, that think about getting involved. I volunteer, I sit on the board. Think of how collectively you can make a difference. Think about what makes you feel inspired, what speaks to you, what do you care about, and give your time, give your energy, give your expertise, because you really can make a difference. So I congratulate you on behalf of the foundation, and I thank you for the opportunity to give you greetings.
Thank you, Karen. Next, I'd like to introduce Bobby Jo Thibodeau, who is a graduate who will deliver greetings from the students.
Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and honored guests and graduating class of 2015. I just want to take a minute to thank people who have helped support me and help me on my journey, because I appreciate it. As we stand on the brink of moving on to life beyond Asnuntuck Community College, change will be inescapable. It is indeed gratifying to see our 2015 graduation class mature and become ready to continue their lifelong education. Change is unavoidable in the day-to-day structures, processes, and relationships in our lives. It's for certain that we will face new challenges and that things will shift in years ahead. Yes, life is going to definitely be shaken. But as we look back this evening on a journey that we started with hesitant, tentative steps, we see just how far we have progressed. It has been an honor and a privilege to being part of your journey, a journey which has been filled with wonderful memories. Allow me to share some of those memories with you that serve to illustrate that while things will change, the core fundamentals in life will remain the same. I started my journey in 2011, 20 years out of high school and bored with my life. I thought it was time for change, and that change had to be with my furthering my education. I walked into this school not knowing what to expect. I was afraid, but I was ready. I began starting school knowing only what my major would be. Little did I know, 4 years later, I would end up with 2 degrees and 3 certificates. In the fall of 2014, a fellow student and good friend walked up to me and said, "Join Student Senate. It will be fun." I had no idea how much those words would change my life, and I thank you, Lily Rose, for saying those words to me. In a year of being a student member, I have experienced so many extraordinary things. I have met Miss USA and Miss Connecticut, and no, they don't let you wear the tiara. I have visited the Capitol building, and most importantly of all, I have become Vice President of Student Senate. Before joining Senate, I was really troubled, and I needed something positive to focus on. Student Senate provided this for me. Thanks to student activities and non-traditional student club, I attended a ball at this school. ACC and Student Senate have taught me so many things and helped broaden my life experiences. It is these memories, ladies and gentlemen, that testify to the fine caliber of our graduating class of 2015. I would like to pay tribute to each and every one of you. You are leaving behind a legacy of excellence, achievement, and fine ethos and tradition for generations of ACC students to come. I would also like to pay tribute to the wonderful professors, the parents, the alums, as well as the deans and the president. You have all guided us and shaped us to the graduates that are here tonight, you have all been hugely instrumental in molding our past and hopes for the future. To the graduating class, you have received many exceptional accolades, so many in fact that it would be difficult to highlight or to single out all of them. Suffice it to say, I believe a vast majority of students in this class strove to work to their highest potential. They aimed high and they set their goals, and for the most part, they not only achieved those goals, they surpassed them. Tonight's celebration may fade or even become forgotten. The applause may become a distant memory, and your certificates and medals may gather dust on the shelf or in a drawer. But this class will always be remembered for caring enough, for helping others, and for making others feel special and appreciated, and for being the kind of people that others enjoy to spend time with. From now on, we will be taking our talents and knowledge with us. If we have learned anything, it is that we have to be adaptable, ready to take chances, and be willing to change routes. In the current job climate, we have to be ready to update our knowledge, add to our skills, and be ready to cope with change. That's the challenge before us, and it is one that we will face in different ways. Hopefully, in years to come, we will meet up with our friends again at a college reunion. Of course, we're going to have to plan that. Finally, I would like to wish my fellow graduates, now that has a nice ring to it. I would like to wish you all health and happiness in the future and the satisfaction of knowing that whatever you do, you would do it well. After all, you are all graduates of Asnuntuck Community College, and that is just another name for a college of excellence. Your life is a remarkable occasion. I have no doubt that you will rise to it. Today, we are celebrating a remarkable event, getting ready to go different ways and tackle the world head on, my friends. Start the next phase of adult life with all that it implies. So today we sit in this great big hall. We will give our thanks to you all for being there when we needed you most. Now it's our turn to show you what we do best. I do not know how, why, or when this will happen in our journey. Goodbye, my friends, until we meet again. Thank you for listening to me today. Enjoy your journey and what you are about to embark, and enjoy life to the fullest.
Thank you, Bobby Joe. Next, I'd like to introduce Michelle Coach, Associate Professor, who will deliver greetings from the faculty.
Family, friends, faculty, staff, students, and most of all, the graduates. Thank you for allowing me to address you today. We are here to celebrate a wonderful occasion, and I am very honored that I could speak to you on behalf of the faculty. The other day I sat at my desk, ready and willing to write my commencement address to you for today. The thought then crossed my mind, how do I write an inspirational commencement address? I teach science, I follow procedures step by step, so I knew there should be a proper method to this. The only method I could come up with was the scientific method. So I said, all right, let's give it a try. I decided to define the focus or the question. What inspiration do I want to deliver to the graduates? As part of the scientific method, I always tell students to research and make observations. I took this advice and tried to gather inspirational quotes and phrases. I needed a message that was meaningful for you. We have a sea of information on the internet, and there had to be at least one shining star of inspiration. Through my experimentation, I tried out a couple quotes and statements. What I was to say had to be important and meaningful. You can't just read quotes silently, remember? So my family was tortured to listening to me. That is the only way to feel that quote's full force. Again, I searched and realized I should be looking for who in my past has left me awed and inspired. I went back into my memories and thought of a wonderful speaker who left me amazed back in April at the Phi Theta Kappa conference in San Antonio, Texas. Michio Kaku, the American physicist, addressed the almost 4,000 Nerd Nation attendees. Here is what he said. Beyond work and love, I would add 2 other ingredients that give meaning to life. First, to fulfill whatever talents you are born with. However blessed we are by fate with different abilities and strengths, we should try to develop them to the fullest, rather than allow them to atrophy and decay. We all know individuals who did not fulfill the promise they showed in childhood. Many of them became haunted by the image of what they might have become. Instead of blaming fate, I think we should accept ourselves as we are and try to fulfill whatever dreams are within our capabilities. Second, we should try to leave the world a better place than when we entered it. As individuals, we can make a difference. Whether it is to probe the secrets of nature, to clean up the environment and work for peace and social justice, or to nurture the inquisitive, vibrant spirit of the young by being a mentor and a guide. So these words brought me to my final conclusion. Can't be a theory, hasn't been tested, for this scientific method. Here is what I have come up with. Graduates, you are full of talents and strengths. This is the first step towards your meaning of life. You have already done the work, and it shows because you are right here in front of us. You feel the love of everyone around you. They support you in your current and future endeavors. Now take the strengths and abilities that you have learned here at Asnuntuck Community College and venture into your careers and your future institutions. You have the ability to make an impact on the world. Just do it. Live it, dream it, and master it. Congratulations, everyone.
Thank you, Michelle. Next, I'd like to introduce Dr. Jean Egan, professor, who will present the Broken Paddle Award.
Distinguished guest, platform party, faculty, staff, friends, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2015, good evening. The Broken Paddle Award has been part of Asnuntuck's history since our first graduation ceremony in 1974. The idea came for it from our founding president, Dan McLaughlin, and our first dean of students, Judy Schaefer. The story behind it comes from Hawaii, where the leaders of 2 communities who had been at war with each other made peace by breaking a paddle, which could therefore never again be used as a weapon. The criteria for the Broken Paddle Award are as follows. The recipient should have at least a 3.0 grade point average, be self-motivated, have a balance between caring for oneself and caring for others, including the college community and the community at large, have a balance between intellect and emotion, and possess leadership qualities. The nomination letter for this year's Broken Paddle recipient reads, when you spend 40 years in the military, it instills an ethic that prepares you for a lifetime of service. Being in the service and being of service are 2 different things, and it is a rare individual who embodies both a dedication to serving our country and a dedication to serving others in the civilian world. Tonight's Broken Paddle Award winner does both. Rabindranath Tagore said, I slept and dreamt that life was joy. I awoke and saw that life was service. I acted, and behold, service was joy. Tonight's Broken Paddle Award winner has learned those lessons and puts them into practice every day. He has spent his life serving others so they too could learn the lessons of joy through service. Growing up in a small town in Texas does not afford many opportunities. He joined the Army right out of high school and rose through the ranks to Master Sergeant. All along the way, he took charge, leading others as his form of service. He understandably developed a motto of lead, follow, or get out of the way. I've deleted the expletive. He counseled troops in every position he held in the US and overseas. He developed a toughness that is necessary to survive 40 years in the service, and he thrived. Retirement from the Army brought new challenges and new goals. What to do next was among them. He enrolled at Asnuntuck Community College with the goal of going into human services to become a social worker or a counselor. Having had him for general psychology 1 and 2, social psychology, theories of personality, and recently counseling skills, he has come a long way from lead, follower, get the bleep out of my way, to embody patience, to demonstrate determination with a gentle side, and all the while still taking charge of tasks and people. He has learned to motivate from behind instead of dragging people toward the goal from the front. Learning those lessons in serving others did not come easily. He adapted to civilian life and to college. He joined Phi Theta Kappa and has served in leadership capacities there. Phi Theta Kappa values scholarship, leadership, fellowship, service. He lives those hallmarks. He was in the Student Senate and in the Human Services Club. He is ever present on campus, working to raise funds for various causes. He is serving through leading and leading through his service, setting a great example for students of all backgrounds. He took the lead on a social psychology class project to collect umbrellas and warm winter clothing for elementary school children in Hartford. He encouraged others to jump in and get involved. He spent his life in service, leading others, being in charge. That was the past. The present has been taken up with a sadder service, taking care of his terminally ill wife. He learned that he could not control the outcome or all the choices. He learned to serve her needs and not his own. He learned that he could endure and love and wait. He demonstrated patience when it was hard to be patient, tolerance when all he wanted to do was to take her cancer into himself, knowing that he could not. He learned to let go of his goals and plans and dreams, and to serve her needs day and night, and sometimes all night if she awoke at 2 in the morning and wanted to talk or simply walk around the house. Talk about service. There was no greater service than to care for a dying spouse and to do so with dignity and great love. She passed away May 15th, and he continues to serve her wishes with memorializing her life and celebrating the years she had. John Gardner said, "When people are serving, life is no longer meaningless." Our Broken Paddle Award winner will now work to find a different meaning in life after loss. Watching the hospice volunteers serve his family and his wife, he has decided that being a hospice volunteer and serving others is a new way to be of service, and that is a wonderful goal. As a soldier, he led by giving and following orders. He nurtured, developed, and strengthened his troops and his units. As a classmate, he helps encourage and lead others, serving them in quiet, confident, supportive, and sometimes loud ways. As a husband and father, he was strong and has learned to also be open and caring, to serve through love and not just task achievement. Ludwig Boehm said, "The world is a mirror. What looks in, looks out. It gives back only what you lend it." Life will be giving back a lot to tonight's Broken Paddle Award recipient for all he has given and will continue to give. Please congratulate a man who has dedicated his life to serving others, the 2015 Broken Paddle Award winner, Ruben Garcia.
Thank you, Jean. And congratulations to Ruben. One more time for Ruben. Next, I'd like to introduce Wendy Nelson, Associate Professor, who will present the Nelson Bordeaux Award.
I used to teach at a large state university in Michigan. Like most colleges, there were students and standards for admission. I knew each semester would bring me well-prepared students, students who were among the top performers in high school, students who were motivated to succeed. Then I came to Asnuntuck. I'd never taught at a community college before, and I kind of thought, hey, it's no big deal. It's just the first 2 years of college. What's so different? I had a lot to learn. It was here at Asnuntuck I learned the best students don't always start as the best students. I learned everyone deserves a second chance. I learned the power of perspective. I learned all these things working with the recipient of this year's Nelson Bordeaux Award. First, a little history about the award. Nelson Bordeaux was an Asnuntuck student in the early 1980s. Just 2 weeks before he was to graduate, his motorcycle was struck by a car. He was killed instantly. He had entered college as a troubled young man, but his time at Asnuntuck helped him turn his life around. What a familiar story. The Nelson Bordeaux Award was initiated by now retired counselor Carol Ann Wood. It's presented annually in memory of Nelson and the promise of his future success. So now I've come to the point in the speech where I'm supposed to do a dramatic build-up before announcing the winner's name. So here goes. The winner of this year's Nelson Bordeaux Award began her studies at Asnuntuck in 2009. She came to the college straight out of high school without really thinking about why, without really having a direction. That year, she failed or withdrew or never showed up in 8 out of 9 of her classes. Her GPA was stunningly low. Stunningly low. Like many students who come to college directly from high school, she simply wasn't ready to be here, and so soon she wasn't. She dropped out. I first met this year's award winner when she came back to Asnuntuck 2 years later to try again. She registered in both my first-year experience and my public speaking classes. First-year experience is a class designed to help students adjust to college. Our award recipient stood out to me immediately in that class. I noticed her keen intellect, driven by curiosity. It was evident she was bright and motivated. She didn't just participate in class discussions, she often added richness, insight, and clarity with her observations. I loved having her in my class. One week in class, we were discussing the issue of perspective. I showed the class a video about astronauts reflecting on their experience of seeing the Earth from the vantage point of space. They had the opportunity to view our home planet from a different perspective, hanging suspended against the black backdrop of space, small and utterly vulnerable. It changed the astronauts' perspective of life in deeply significant ways. The video ended and I turned on the lights. The first hand that shot up was that of our award recipient. I was so excited to hear her thoughts. I thought she'd say something insightful to spark the class discussion. So I called on her, and she said, and I quote, because I remember this moment so clearly. She said, "That video was so badass. At that moment, I loved her even more, and I started to get to know her badass side. She had identified a car that she really wanted. It was a muscle car, but not just any muscle car. It had to be bright lime green. So she got online and she found the exact car she wanted in lime green, but it was in some other state. So she went after it and she got it. Not unlike the way she began to go after her goals and her dreams in college. But our award recipient didn't just turn around her academic career on a dime. One week, she didn't show up to either one of my classes. This was highly unusual, so I assumed she must be sick. When she didn't show up the next week, I got concerned. I sent her an email, and she came to class the following week. She asked to speak with me privately after class. It turns out she was sick that first week, but then she worried she had fallen behind and wouldn't be able to catch up. She told me this was a pattern that caused her to give up, and giving up led to failure. When I asked her why she came back to class that week, she said, "Because you emailed me." We all know Asnuntuck is a special place because of our connection with our students. I didn't do anything special with that email. Nurturing is woven into the fabric of this college. The word nurturing is even in our mission statement. And I see this expressed every single day in interactions between faculty and staff and our students. Small moments of caring that seem like nothing to us can make all the difference in the life of a student. That semester, our award recipient began a positive trajectory in her college career. Her GPA climbed, and she started getting involved in other activities around the college, including Student Senate and later Phi Theta Kappa. As her public speaking teacher, I was proud to watch her present a proposal to Student Senate to start a Habitat for Humanity chapter at Asnuntuck. Earlier this month, I heard her speak at President Lambella's inauguration. A couple of weeks ago, I watched her again walk onto a stage to present at our annual awards ceremony. Her public speaking even extended to the media. Earlier this year, there was a push by students to speak out against statewide tuition hikes. This year's award winner was quoted in the newspaper, and even more exciting, she was interviewed by a television reporter. And I saw her. There she was, poised, articulate, and persuasive on the 6 o'clock news. Our award recipient's dream is to become a marine biologist. As you might imagine, that's a highly competitive field. She knew she'd need an edge to get ahead, so she began volunteering at the Mystic Aquarium 1 day a week. Within a short time, the aquarium honored her with their Most Valuable Volunteer Award. Next fall, she will begin her studies at one of the finest, most prestigious liberal arts colleges in this country, Smith College, where she has been accepted into the Ada Comstock Scholar Program. The criteria for the Nelson Bordeaux Award are outstanding personal growth in the face of obstacles or difficulties, sharing and caring about others, not necessarily in a public way. The inscription on the plaque reads, "In recognition of personal growth, which has resulted in the ability and wish to foster the same in others." The winner of the 2015 Nelson Bordeaux Award exemplifies and amplifies these traits. She didn't start out as a strong student, but look where she's ended up. It's been an amazing journey watching her grow into herself. Sometimes it just takes someone to hold up a mirror to show you a new perspective of who you are, who you might be, and then offer support to help you get there. We're Asnuntuck. It's what we do. It's who we are. Congratulations and much, much love to the badass recipient of the 2015 Nelson Bordeaux Award, Tommy D. Michael.
Thank you, Wendy. And one more round of applause for Tommy. Next, I'd like to introduce Dean Katie Kelly, who will present the Distinguished Service Award.
Good evening. The Dean's Distinguished Service Award is given to a student who demonstrates academic success and is committed to serving the Asnuntuck community and his or her fellow students. The recipient is loyal, trustworthy, and dedicated to doing whatever it takes to support others and make Asnuntuck Community College a better place. It is my privilege and honor to present this year's prestigious award. I can truly say that our awardee has completely transformed himself over the past 3 years. He started at ACC unsure about what he wanted to do with his education or his life. He had a bit of an attitude, he ran with an edgy crowd at times, and he dressed like he was headed for a concert that I would not find entertaining. Let's just say he was too cool for school some days and found himself a few times at the other end of a conversation with me, and I wasn't smiling. I did, however, notice in my conversations that he was incredibly bright and he had a personality that was magnetic. His potential screamed to be put to good use. We developed a pretty good rapport, and soon he was, by his own initiation, getting involved in co-curricular opportunities. I watched from a distance as his natural leadership abilities emerged, and other students were looking to him for guidance. He was taking charge of student events, and during intramural basketball, he was addressing behavior issues of his peers without any staff direction. His innate abilities, channeled positively, were shining bright. I saw him one day and informed him that he had financial aid work study available, and I invited him to work at the information center. Before I knew it, he was taking full charge in the evenings. I again watched from a distance as he counseled, mentored, and advised other students. The young man with the tough attitude was a true professional, earning the respect of faculty, staff, and students. Rarely does anyone walk in the vicinity of the information desk without receiving a warm and welcoming acknowledgement, even if they are just passing by. His entire persona now says, "I am a leader." His demeanor says, "I am here to help you." His character says, "Everybody matters." His skill set says, "I can fix it." He is reliable, loyal, and wise beyond his years. I know he has a very successful future ahead of him, and I am honored to have witnessed his incredible growth and development. I am so very, very proud of him. I present the Asnuntuck Community College Distinguished Service Award to Roland Atkinson.
Thank you, Dean Kelly. And another round of applause for Roland one more time. Now, one thing I'd like to point out this evening, and I'm going to ask students to stand. Students wearing gold cords at the ceremony are graduating with a 3.7 GPA or higher. Stand up. Round of applause. Students wearing gold sashes are members of Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society. Stand up. Students wearing red, white, and blue cords are veterans of our armed forces. Please stand. And students wearing blue and white cords are student senate members. Please stand. Next, it gives me a great honor to introduce Rick Giambetti, who is founder and CEO of Giambetti Associates and the Performance Dynamic Institute of Leadership, a Hamden, Massachusetts firm. With over 35 years human resource business experience, Rick consults over 500 national and international companies. He helps build successful world-class organizations and specializes in leadership development. Rick and his staff help individuals and teams understand how personality and behavior influences performance. Rick holds a master's degree in counseling psychology. As a prior adjunct faculty member, he has taught graduate courses in leadership and psychology. The Performance Dynamic Institute of Leadership's mission is to help develop tomorrow's leaders. Rick has worked with many members of the ACC leadership team and several of our students over the past few years. He is committed to higher education and the success of individuals and students across our region and across our country. Please join me in welcoming Rick Giambetti as our keynote speaker this evening.
Wow, what an introduction. I'm just a regular guy that likes to have fun. And I'm an old dude to top it off. When I asked Jim and he asked me to be a keynote speaker, we had some conversation wrapped around that. I said, geez, what does that look like in terms of a successful keynote speaker? We talked about it. My thought was, hey, be quick, succinct, bring a little humor, motivate people, incite them, share some words of wisdom, which I have at 67 years old, soon to be 68. So, congratulations, I'd like to say to your graduates here and give you all a hand, everybody. This is your time. You should be proud. How exciting. The subject that I've chosen in terms of success and life. So if you happen to be dozing in the back or you have plans to go out to eat this evening or go home and watch a basketball or a hockey game that's on TV, I would ask you to bear with me just for a few moments. Hopefully, wake up. It's going to be an exciting few moments, I think, hopefully. I'm going to start with that life piece again and thinking over the past month of what I could share with you in providing insight into the roadmap of living your life to its fullest. You're talking to a man that is in balance, been married for 42 years with a wonderful wife, Andrea, 2 wonderful children and 4 grandchildren, and I'm enjoying every moment. But most importantly, I love what I do for a living. It's exciting. I get to work, we get to work in our organization with world-class leaders on a weekly basis, and helping to strengthen their organizations, develop people, hire them, promote them, move them along, help them grow professionally as well as personally. It's very, very exciting for us. So how might I inspire each of you not to necessarily do great things, but to do good things? So you would be fulfilled in your life, to be happy, to stay in balance, remain whole, with as little stress as possible, because it's a stressful world out there for sure. So I've decided to share some, and I picked the word purposely, wisdom, because I'm an old guy at 67 years old. I've got a lot of it, I think. I'm very lucky, very fortunate. I have interacted with, been trained, coached, taught by the very best throughout the United States. We're all ears. We've been educated by some really wonderful world-class leaders. There's a famous saying out there, you can't get there from here. And what that means is you can't be 32 when you're 22, and you can't be 42 when you're 32. There's no substitute for time and place. And now at 67, I've been there. And so I say, be patient. Gain the wisdom. Our graduates, currently employed, working hard, making the sacrifices that you have. If you're a new graduate, we have graduates sitting in the audience this evening from 18 years old to 71 years old. A lot of you have already been patient in your life and career. But life, and my subject matter, is a journey. You have to experience the school of hard knocks that only time brings. Don't wish your life away. Always be focusing on the future. Live in the moment. Be present every day. And remember that life being a journey, don't try to cut corners. Don't try to outsmart others. Someone previous to me mentioned character and integrity, which I'll come back to later in our speech. I'm a Vietnam-era veteran. I was attached to an attack. And thank you. We also have a lot of other veterans in the audience. You deserve the applause, too, enjoying that. I was attached to an aircraft carrier with jet fighter planes. We did the bombing off the coast of Vietnam and the Gulf of Tonkin. I was attached specifically to a search and rescue helicopter squadron. I was an aviation electrician. And during that period, 1968 to 69, I often wondered about war and the sacrifices that we all had to make to be there. But at the time, I didn't know it, but Inland was a high school classmate of mine that died in country at 22 years old. His name was Joey Seaman. When I go to the Washington, D.C. Vietnam Memorial to these days, and I go to his section where his name is, I still cry. It's a sacrifice that we make. But as a Vietnam-era veteran, I say, God bless America. We live in the best country in the world, in my opinion. And why? Because it's a democracy. In the year 1305, a famous Scottish independent person named William Wallace was fighting for Scottish independence. And to represent that era and period of time, Mel Gibson played the part of William Wallace in a movie called Braveheart. And the famous line of William Wallace when he was being quartered in the town square, in his last dying breath, shared with the people, he said, "Freedom!" Ow! Now we have military personnel fighting for our freedom as I stand here this evening and as we all sit here. Be aware that that freedom comes at a cost, an expensive price we have to pay. And God bless America again. I'm of Italian heritage. My grandfather came from Italy. He had 5 sons, my dad being one of them. All of your families sitting here this evening have probably made in some way major sacrifices to come live in the United States. My grandfather came through Ellis Island in New York. Our ancestors have made those sacrifices so we can live in a free world, a democratic society. We've all made sacrifices to get to where you are this evening. My message is, you all have freedom of choice to do what you want. It's a privilege, it's a gift, as we live in this country that allows that freedom of choice. Again, it should never be taken for granted. I'm still on the subject matter of life. While vacationing in Maine in July of 1980, I was awoken at 2:30 in the morning by my wonderful wife, Andrea, to her screams. She said, Rick, something's wrong with the baby." I went over to Nicole's crib at 4 months old. I picked her up, and she was as stiff as a board and dead. She died of SIDS. She's buried in Ashland, Massachusetts, and I can go to that grave site any day and cry like a baby. But my message here, the event made me realize that the value of life and precious little time we have on earth. We're all faced with adversity. Life is fragile. It's how you handle it is my message. Pick yourself off the floor. Develop the resiliency needed to move forward, and think to yourself that tomorrow is always going to be a better day. It's what you make of it. We have choices. I'd like to share in terms of life experience. Embrace failure. It's a good thing. It builds character, humility. Gain valuable insight into life through your failures. Try new things, explore interests. Think positively of how your failures provide the wisdom necessary to live your life to the fullest. Find a partner in life if you can. Life's a journey. It's more fun with a partner. They'll provide honest feedback to you. They'll help keep you focused. Find friends. Friendship is important in your life's journey. Surround yourself with good people who have character, integrity. They'll do the right thing. Be you. You'll find out that life is not all about money, things, possessions. It's about how you live your life. I consult to corporate America. I consider myself to be very fortunate and humble about it. I work with some of the finest leaders probably in the United States. It's awesome experience. It's an awesome experience. But you'll find out for those that chase the pot of gold that when they get there, it's not always cracked up as to what it's supposed to be. It's a very disheartening journey at times if you're not in balance. Upon receiving your diploma, you're going to receive as a gift from Asnuntuck and the faculty here a book, hardcover, called The Dash. It's a poem written by Linda Ellis, and that poem is about making a difference with your life. When the book came out, she joined forces with a gentleman by the name of Mac Anderson and put this book into the marketplace. The Dash has made a difference in lots of people's lives, and hopefully it will inspire you to make a difference with yours. And Linda Ellis in that book wrote, "If I would have only known then what I know now, but I did, and so do you. We're all going to die. Stop worrying and start loving and living life. The good news is you have choices as graduates. You have control of your dash. That dash represents the day from the time that you were born to the day that they'll put you into the ground and you die. I'm so fortunate. I reflect back upon my own dash at 67 years old. I'm a lucky man. I'm self-actualized, for those that understand Maslow and hierarchy of needs. I'm having a blast in life with my 2 kids that are growing up, grandchildren, and a wonderful wife. Tom Kane, a contributor to The Dash, said, "When stress and depression come because you are losing material things, it's just stuff. It's not important," and I would tell you that it's not. I consult to the downside for those that are out of balance in life, and it is not pretty, psychologically, emotionally. Disillusionment of marriages, children, families in therapy, whatever that sounds like or looks like. Stay in balance so that you enjoy the journey. What is important is that the best way to help ourselves is to help others. That's what living your dash is really about. I would tell you, be kind to others. I'll shift from life to success. And this part of my insight is focused on you as graduates, whether you are currently employed, long-term employees with your organizations you work for, or a newly graduate. Pay attention. What I'm going to share with you is wrapped around 29 years of experience and what we do for a living in helping to hire, build world-class organizations, develop them, and it's awesome. But here's what you're going to need about transitioning to that level and being successful. I thought about the things I've learned that I've been taught by others, that I shared with me throughout my dash in 67 years, how fortunate I've been for being mentored and coached by others. And what could I bring to you this evening that could help jumpstart your career and success, whether you're a new graduate or whether you are currently employed and have been so for a long time. I would like to share 40 years of wisdom with you. and helping build world-class organizations, I think the insight I provide can act as a catalyst for your success. I can tell you clearly what success is not about. It's not about misguided egos, people that think they walk on water. We work with them for a living. World-class leaders will hold them accountable quickly and exit them from the organization pretty quickly. It's not about self-centeredness. Self-centeredness is driven by a specific personality trait called goodwill. It's a measure of true care, concern, warmth, compassion, empathy for others. Those that score low for that trait are indeed self-centered people. They don't care about others. And leadership, life, and success, you must care about others. It's not about being a jerk. There's lots of them out there that you're going to find in your life journey from a career perspective. Our job as emerging leaders is try to move those people in new directions so that they can have impact on the world, be better people, care about others, and become world-class leaders. We get to work with them on a daily basis. It's exciting. So here's what drives and will drive your success. The things that I've learned in the past 29 years of consulting. If you're a new graduate, be aware of presentation and appearance when you're interviewing out there. We're involved in those processes throughout the United States and helping our clients to hire individuals like yourself. It counts. It counts. Take pride in that appearance. You must have world-class attitude. I remember earlier in my career, I worked for a place called Grossman's Lumber in Framingham, Massachusetts. I lugged paint from the basement, the cellar, up to the shelves in the main store. But I got to tell you, I was the best paint lugger that they ever had because I took pride in what I did. I worked in one of the top dumping sites in America called Nyanza in Ashland, Massachusetts. I came home every day a different color. Yellow, purples, blues, greens. It was awesome. But I was the best dye factory worker that they ever had. And I went on from there to join the military. World-class attitude counts. You can change your life by changing your attitude. There is no place in the workplace for success wrapped around cynicism, negativity, and poor attitude. You have to be enthusiastic and excited about what you do. Show an employer that you're someone that they want to bring aboard because you have world-class attitude. Be motivated. You just can't take up space in life. If you want to do better and great things in life, do what most people aren't willing to do. Go the extra mile. Say what most people aren't willing to say. Challenge status quo. Step out. Take risks. Say what's on your mind. It causes change. What we've learned in our organization, be a good listener. 80 to 85% of people in the general population are not. And at the senior management executive level, it gets worse. We've done the research on it. 90 to 95% of people in senior management executive roles are atrocious listeners. Be a good listener. Pay attention to feedback. Learn from it. Embrace it. Be open-minded, flexible, and adaptable. Don't be a know-it-all. Have the ability to move in new directions. Be willing to change. Acknowledge, accept, and understand who you are, and then act upon behaving differently. Only a fool ignores feedback. We work with them for a living. Build strong relationships with others. You'll need good, solid friends to help you grow by providing you honest feedback. It's awesome to have a friend that can do that for you. Take responsibility for your actions. Admit when you're wrong. Apologize when necessary. Try to do it better next time. You have great opportunity today as graduates, more so than the generations who have graduated before you. Why? I'm part of the baby boomer generation, those born between 1946 and 1964. We're 76 million strong. And the good news is we're getting older and we're going to retire. How awesome. It opens up unbelievable opportunity for you as graduates. Seize the moment. Go get what you want. As you move into the future, find a good coach and mentor, someone who will help you grow, that will hold you accountable for your actions and behavior. But more importantly, they'll use that goodwill, true care, concern, and compassion for you because they want to see you be successful. But most importantly, enjoy every day. Enjoy your dash. Every new morning is a mystery. Approach it with wonder and vigor and as a gift. And remember that your dash will go quickly. Mine has at 67 years old. I can't imagine where those years went. I'm so fortunate to have a wonderful family and grandkids, and I'm really, really enjoying that dash now. You have the power to chart your own course, so remember, in my closing, remember democracy. You have freedom of choice. Make good decisions. You have the ability to choose wisely, how to act and behave. Be excited about it. Your career depends upon your choices. Don't be afraid to fail, and when you do, pick yourself up off the ground. Knock on the door again and walk right through and say, "Here I come." A recent USA Today poll of people in the American workplace reported that 53% of the people in the workforce are unhappy. Wow, how sad is that? Have passion for what you do. Get excited about what you do. And those themes that I've identified for you will absolutely drive your success. I guarantee it. I'm going to share a final story with you. We have a 2.5-day leadership program that we hold in this neck of the woods in Western Massachusetts so many times a year, and we draw people from all over the United States. An American senior manager, a general manager, came to our program about 2 years ago. He was in his mid-50s. And after he spent time with us exploring how his personality influenced his behavior in life, within 2 weeks he sent us an unbelievable letter. And it said, "Thanks for giving me back my life." He was so caught up in corporate America, he was out of balance. And when he realized that, he resigned within 2 weeks and went into business with his wife, who had an antiques dealership. How awesome. You're all going to be faced with lots of choices out there. Be excited about exploring different things. Don't get pigeonholed in one thing. Be inquisitive, curious. Use the tools that I'm sharing with you, whether it's motivation, friendship, interpersonal skills, to be successful. Success is a choice, said Rick Pitino in his book, who I happened to play basketball with at the University of Massachusetts when we were freshmen. That tells you how old we are. I knew he was going to be successful the moment I met him. Young, brash New Yorker. But I do believe in his words of wisdom. Success is a choice. All of you graduates out there this evening have choices. Not only make good ones, be positive about it. Be upbeat, be enthusiastic. Get excited about life and your success. And whatever you choose to do, your destiny is in your hands. And when you do it, give 100% all the time. Congratulations again, and good luck in your career and life.
Thank you, Rick. At this time, I'd like to ask all the graduates to please stand.
Mr. President, we have the honor to present the following candidates and to certify on behalf of the faculty that they have successfully completed the requirements for the degree of Associate in Arts or Associate in Science.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the State of Connecticut, Board of Regents for Connecticut State Colleges and University, I accept these candidates and confer upon them the degree of Associate in Arts or Associate in Science.
Thank you. The Asnuntuck community mourned the loss of one of our students this past April. It is my honor to present a posthumous Associate in Science degree in General Studies with honors to Michael Ryan Yuskovich. I invite Michael's mother, Ms. Nancy Dion, to accept this degree. I'd like to now invite the graduates up to the stage. For the degree of Associate in Arts, Liberal Arts, Selena Colleen Zuberry, honors. Betty Patricia Taylor, highest honors. Danielle Marie Bazzano, high honors. Marissa N. Gagney, high honors. Shannon Lee Staves, high honors. Melissa Kristen Hunt, high honors. Tommy Linda Michael, honors. William Stephen Thorpe, high honors. Samantha Brown. Ryan Michael Belcher. Joseph Paul Felici. Michelle Lynn Haynes, high honors. Jordan Marie Cruiser, high honors. Shannon Nicole Straville. Vincent Adam Kedzior, honors. Also receiving Associate of Studies in General Studies. Ryan Lewis Munn, high honors. Rolando S. Analyst. Ian E. Phillips. Jacob Nicholas Runyon, honors. Anthony Allen Perrone, highest honors. Cheyenne A. Jaffrey, honors. Zachary James Charbono, high honors. Daniel Ryan Palmer. Jennifer Ann Isley, also receiving certified phlebotomy and EKG technician. Jacqueline A. Wieger, highest honors. The President's Medallion for Academic Excellence. This medallion is awarded to students who have achieved a perfect 4.0 in a degree program. Liberal Arts, Fine Arts option. Colleen M. Paula, highest honors, the President's Medallion for Academic Excellence. This medallion is awarded to students who have achieved a perfect 4.0 in a degree program. Ariel Sophia Hippolito. Krista Marie Campisi, highest honors. Marissa Ann Campisi, high honors. Associate in Science, Accounting. Portia Dorothea Allen, high honors. Also receiving Accounting Assistant Certificate. Natalie Christine Masonette, also receiving Business Administration Certificate. Judith Anne-Marie Morales, also receiving Accounting Assistant Certificate. Troy Anthony Maylott, highest honors, also receiving Accounting Assistant Certificate. Cameron Patrick Lawler. Diana Bruzy Blanchard, honors, also receiving Associate of Science, Business Administration, Accounting Assistant Certificate, Business Administration Certificate, Marketing Certificate. Jagruti Heighton Desai, highest honors. Rachel M. Stramitis, honors. Business Administration. Evan J. Bidel, honors. Bobby Joe A. Thibodeau, honors, also receiving Marketing Certificate. Linda Mua, highest honors, also receiving Business Administration Certificate. Macy Olivia Peach, high honors, also receiving Business Administration Certificate. Michelle L. Sittler. Travis Howarth, also receiving Business Administration Certificate. Sheena H. Watkins. Dylan Jacob Lindstrom, also receiving Business Administration Certificate. Brent Mason Reed, high honors. Nathel Emerald Edward Scott II, honors, also receiving Business Administration Certificate. Communications Broadcasting option. Jeremy Lee Hutzel, honors. Charisse L. Huff. Criminal Justice, Alan Chandler Breen. Jason Clifford Urban. Moses James Jackson, Jr. Noor S. Zabin. Early Childhood Education, Amy Catherine Raymond, also receiving Early Childhood Education Certificate. Cynthia N. Pillion, High Honors, also receiving Early Childhood Education Certificate. Amber Lee Badger, High Honors, also receiving Early Child Education Certificate. Edwedge Zazimia, also receiving Early Child Education Certificate. Emily C. Chate, also receiving Early Child Education Certificate. Carol S. Lorenzetti, also receiving Early Childhood Education Certificate. Lynn Ann Blair, Honors, also receiving Early Childhood Education Certificate. Tanisha Wilson, High Honors, also receiving Early Childhood Education Certificate. General Studies, Christopher Lewis Roberts. Roland W. Atkinson, High Honors. Tara Nicole Hoffman, also receiving Early Childhood Education Certificate. Lauren Dolores Gifford, High Honors. Kayla N. Dublack, also receiving Health Career Pathways Certificate. Shannon Marie Titus. Samantha Lynn Bosco, also receiving Health Career Pathways Certificate. Justina Giles. Gala, thank you. Gala Grace Harriman. Jacqueline Kate Schultz. Whitney Marie Walton. Catherine Elizabeth Mooney. Danuta J. Krajewska, Honors. Trevor R. Nolan. Latoya Shante Casey. Donna P. Del Greco, Honors. Lindsay R. Aguiar, High Honors. Erica Nicole Babbitt, also receiving Early Childhood Education Certificate. Christopher Lewis Keola Williams, Highest Honors, also receiving Massage Therapy Certificate. Sarah Joan Pelkey, High Honors. Jessica Marie Pierce. Anthony Robert Zarnecki, Honors. Janine E. Willie, also receiving Health Career Pathways Certificate. Allison Felicia Rowe. Tina P. Pelletier, honors. Brian John Sawyer. Dean M. Thomas, also receiving Business Administration Certificate. Nathaniel X. Lindo. Damas Fosu Mensa. Kristen D. Chakowski, high honors, also receiving Accounting Assistant Certificate. Human Services. Frank C. Salas. Gina E. Humgelter. Christina Cintron. Raquel Olivia White, honors. Ruben Garcia, high honors. Keira F. Almeida. Charmaine Esmena Thompson. Esmena Thompson, excuse me. Information Systems Technology. Hung Mu Tran, high honors. Gerard Anthony Cote, honors, also receiving Office User Specialist Certificate. Jonathan Christian Hinkle, highest honors, also receiving Office User Specialist Certificate. I would now like to invite Frank Gallouni, Director of our Advanced Manufacturing Program, to the podium to announce the graduates from the Advanced Manufacturing area.
Technology Studies, Manufacturing Welding, Technology Option, Scott A. Pasco. Advanced Manufacturing Machine Technology, Paul Kwesi Abadu. Certificates, Henry O. Apaya. Christopher Kevin Holbrook. David Tom. Pawal Arthur Jaworski. Wilberto Torres. Juan S. Acosta. Daniel Moss Jones. Kyle Alexander Parrow. Austin Robert Possum. Austin James Gilbert. Evan J. Miller. Jeff R. Morris. Jeffrey Charles Rama. Scott James Sternowski. Andrew Ernest St. Amand. Mark Anthony Sanzo. Samuel Joseph Reno. Lam Nok Win. Michael Miro Rivera. Harry Ruiz. Craig Smeedy. Christopher A. Irish Sr. Timothy J. Norris. Leslaw Korzeniewski. Daniel Lux. Michael Andre Shabbat. Joyce Marie Charpentier. Kevin M. Bacon. Neri F. Cruz. Seaton DeVille Gagne. Christopher James Ellsworth. Tunji Samuel Adiinka. Jason E. Moek. Joseph Benjamin Golis Jr. Daniel Stephen Rosman. Bruce Goulet. Gerald W. Edwards. Peter Mark Ayersman. Kyle John Beeman. Eric Stephen Brown. Mililchel D. Ramirez. Pretty good, Mrs. Juan A. Rivera. Daniel James Cesus. Vin Q. Pham. Arthur Berlachenko. We now have graduates of our manufacturing electronics and manufacturing electronic systems and controllers, electromechanical maintenance technology. You can see these must be brilliant people to have completed this program. Took me that time to read it. Our first graduate, Jeffrey Scott Putney. Oh, there's only one. Eh? And I'm breathless now. Manufacturing Welding Technology Fundamentals and Advanced Manufacturing Welding Technology. Our first graduate is James R. Ackerson. Our next graduate is Brandy Autumn Benoit. Next, Jessica Ann Brodniak. Britanna J. Bryan. Jeff S. Corbin. Anthony H. Crane. Michael Lawrence Kunze. Justin Getchell. Raymond E. Custodio. Timothy Hoshim Lee. Thomas John Keating. Evan Robert Kennedy. Sean Allen Lindsay. James Stephen McCumber. Vincent Wayne Nasimbeni. Ian E.J. O'Connor. Matthew Pan Pribula. Caitlin Stephanie Pelletier. Tyler Matthew Stemmerman. Maxim Alexander Whittemore. This is somebody else. This is accounting. Lindsay M. Engelkey. Early childhood education, Charisti Robinson. Human Services Management, Sharon Marie Eisenberger. I now invite Eileen Pelletier, Dean of Workforce Development and Continuing Education, to read the next group of graduates. Thank you.
Thank you. Good evening. Pharmacy Technician, Amber McFeet. Lisa Olson. Wes Isaac. Kahari Saunders. Phlebotomy and EKG Technician, Nicole Gnatic. Jennifer Ramos. Kathleen Gratton. Sandra Foster. Alana C. Farley. Buffy Nelson. Tamika Riley. Glenny Fajardo. Mahela Johnson. Tiara Krickenberger. How do you say your last name? Shapavola? Marina Shapovalova. Linda Haslem. Stephanie Laz. Gail Yvette Lipscomb. Kathy Lee Valentine. Brenda Stevenson. Certified Professional Coders, Pamela Cott. Alyssa Rose Linares. Wanda Blas. Kimberly Michelle Johnson. Natalie Knighton. Also receiving registered medical assistant, Deborah Pike. Denise Banks. Samfurna Basu. Our sterilization technicians, Joanne Redfield Stovall. Nina Mendelson. Amaniampong? Okay. Ruda Tufor Amaniampong. Our massage therapy students, Rebecca Murray. Dana Johnson. Mary Dion. Hi, Jody. Jody Holda. Patricia Shelton. Hey, Kristen, way to go. Kristen Arlene Shermer. Aaron Bierken. Our ophthalmic assistant graduates, Judith Miller. Jamie Brereton. Aaron Pierce. Our public safety dispatch graduates, Albert Rivera. Justina A. Long. Anthony Harriet. Eric Olson. Hi. Congratulations. Our registered medical assistant graduates, Kimberly Shropshire. Janice Emmett. Marilyn Breton. Jamie Turner Drenzek. Christina Benetti. Christina Lucci, also receiving Health Career Pathway Certificate. Desiree Bergeron. Diana Montalvo. Our veterinary assistant graduates, Carla Brolin. Josette Ashley Kearley. Virginia Johnson. Kimberly Huslander. Rebecca Lebro. Jane Riak. Brittany Mortel.
All graduates are standing. At this time, I ask you to switch your tassels from the right side to the left side. Congratulations. I now ask all of our guests to please remain seated until all graduates have exited the theater. One more time, congratulations to our graduates.